Thoughts so loud, thoughts so wow that I need to get them out, yeah. What's up, my people, and welcome to episode number 22 of Loud Thoughts with me, your host, True Loudy, bringing it to you raw every week and uncut like I always do, except I've done this intro a few times, so it's not really uncut, is it? If you're new to the podcast, Loud Thoughts is essentially me breaking down my thoughts, my innermost thoughts and feelings on things and stuff. It's a self-development podcast. I'm on my road to self-development. It's all about being a better human. And you might be thinking to yourself right now, boy, I'd like to be a better human. How do I do that? Well, buckle up, bucko, because I'm going to tell you how. Each week, that's why you should subscribe. That's why you should like this video. And that's also why you should share it. Get out there. Go send it to people. Let's blow this bitch up. And without further ado, we're going to get to the episode. So thanks for watching. 100 years ago, people were badasses. They had to be. They literally had no choice other than to work their asses off to get anything they wanted out of life. I mean, yes, you have to do that now too, but I guess the point of me saying that is people were much more resilient back in the day. You had to be. You had to be a hard motherfucker. You ever look at pictures of people in the past and they just look salty. Salt of the earth people, but salty. Like life had just beaten the shit out of them, kicked them on the ground, broken their ribs, snapped their femur in half, and then they had to walk 3 miles to go get some water. And the water was just any sort of fulfillment whatsoever out of life to just sustain themselves. Nowadays, people are soft as fuck. It's just what it is. And it's not necessarily our fault in a way. Technology has just made it that our lives are much easier. And that is a fact. We have everything at our fingertips at any moment. Go on Amazon right now. What do you want? You want some new bedding? Get it. You want some dog treats? Oh, your doggy, your little emotional companion. Go get him some snacks. Whatever you need. Oh, you need a new cell phone case? Go ahead. So you can, protect the thing you're going to eventually and inevitably drop because you're holding it in your hands most of the day. We have what we want. And because all of our basic needs are covered, we have no need to be resilient. And our problem-solving skills aren't as good as they used to be. Because we don't need to. All of our problems are already solved. Most of our needs are met. And those are the problems, right? Like, where am I going to get water? Where am I going to get food? How am I going to generate energy so that I can keep the lights on in my house or whatever the fuck, right? That's kind of a bad example, but you get the point, right? We live in a world where all of our needs are met. People tend to lose their fucking minds over the smallest occurrences in their life that deviate their path of expectation. Right? Oh, does it sound familiar? Yeah, it happens to me too. Today, I got hit by somebody. They hit my car. They didn't hit me. But the car is like an extension of yourself. I was on mushrooms one time and I was looking at cars sitting on my friend's porch and I was like, dude, it's so weird. Cars have their own language. It's like an extension of yourself, so it's an extension of your body language. So you can kind of see people are timid. You can tell when someone's timid when they're driving or they're really aggressive or whatever. So I got hit, but my car got damaged, right? And, I could have been super pissed off by that. Oh, it's deviating my expectations for the day. I need to go home. I need to do this podcast. God damn it, fuck these people. They ruined my day. No, they didn't fucking ruin my day. They just deviated my expectations for a little bit. And that's okay. That's life, baby. Life happens. And I actually told them that. I was like, they were like, we're sorry. And I was like, yeah, life happens. And she laughed. She was like, oh yeah, life does happen because everyone knows that shit. We all know that life happens. And that meaning or that saying basically refers to the fact that things happen outside of what we expect. And so you have to adapt. You have to be resilient. And how do you cultivate resilience? One, understand that your expectations are just that. They're expectations that you have created. They're maybe loosely based in reality, but that doesn't mean they are reality or they will become reality. So that's one way, right? That's how you cultivate resilience, is recognize that. But another way is you got to do hard shit, man. You got to take on challenges in your life. Because if you don't challenge yourself, you're not growing, right? And you're not cultivating resilience. When you put yourself in situations that are difficult, and they don't have to be like, I got to stay with this toxic person because True Loudy told me that I need to cultivate resilience. Like, no, don't do that, dude. Like, get rid of the shit that in your life that doesn't serve you, but do the things that are hard that do serve you. Like working out's a great example. Working out's work. I used to be a trainer, so I tell my clients this all the time. Oh yeah, working out's work. They're like, this is hard. I'm like, yeah, because it's work. It's why they call it work, because it's difficult. And work doesn't always have to be difficult. I mean, people have office jobs, right? But it might be mentally difficult. That's why people are drained at the end of the day. They don't want to do anything else besides watch Nerdflix. Let me sit down and watch this Nerdflix episode. Oh shit, it's 9 o'clock already. I could watch one more. Just a waste of fucking time. I'm not going to lie. I've done it. And I still do it here and there. I actually started watching a new show and I got real into it. I was like, fuck. I wasn't feeling well the other day. Watched 3 episodes. And that's all right. You can do that from time to time, man. But the point is, you got to do hard shit too. You got to challenge your mind and you got to challenge your body. Because those two things, these things are connected. Completely, wholly, fully connected. And to cultivate that resilience on a daily basis, when you don't want to do things, you got to do them. Because that also builds confidence. And it's like, if it's something that's going to eat away at your schedule and not give anything back, if it's not going to serve you, you don't have to do it. That's okay. You can rationalize where you need to. Because you also need to take care of your mental health. So there is a balance there for sure. But to cultivate resilience, you need to do hard shit. Like for me, when I don't want to do something, I say, well, guess what, bitch? You're going to have to do it now. Because inside you told yourself, I don't want to do it. And why do you not want to do something most of the time? It's because it's hard. It's because we think about the task itself and what it's going to take, and it produces anxiety and it produces stress. And a lot of people, when they get stressed out and they get anxious, they just shut down. That's not the way to handle stress. You can shut down, you can like have your moment, but don't make it the whole day. Don't make it the whole week. You know, a couple hours, an hour, 15 minutes, whatever the fuck you need to do. Eat some Oreos, meditate, fucking jerk off. Whatever you need to do to manage that for a moment. But then go back to it. Because life, when you don't do these hard things that you need to do, it just stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks until you're fucking above your head, drowning in this shit. The water's above your head. That's the whole analogy there. Like, you get drowned out and then you become more stressed. So when you push this shit off and you don't do difficult things, right? And then that's also why you get stuck in a rut, because you don't challenge yourself. And challenging yourself is stressful, but the more you put yourself in stressful situations and you learn to conquer these emotions that arise and see it through to the end, see whatever task it is, whatever goal it is that you have till the end, you get an immense feeling of accomplishment. And that is a natural reward system that we have, because if you didn't do hard shit back in the day, you fucking died. You know, like you just would die. If you didn't do the things that you needed to do, you would die. And so it's hard nowadays because we have to find the things that we need to do. We have to find meaning in life, because the meaning of just like existing in nature and being out in fresh air and assimilating into our natural world, right? And doing all the things that come with that, all the tasks that come with that, building shelter, collecting food, agriculture, and even agriculture, that came around once civilization. It was like, that's the reason civilization started to exist, is because people were like, we want to kind of settle in this place, but we also are nomadic. So like, what do we do? Oh, we got to grow food. So like, because we now have all those needs met, we have to find meaning in life. We have to find ways to challenge ourselves in order to feel fulfilled. And so in life, we need to cultivate that resilience in life, right? We need to harden ourselves and solidify ourselves in our beliefs, in our goals, and find a system that works for us and build confidence. Build the confidence in your life so that you know when you say you're going to do something, you're actually going to do it. And there's a whole thing with that with relationships too, and committing to relationships and saying, you're going to do these things as well. And that's how you fortify relationships. But you need to fortify the relationship with yourself and build confidence with yourself so that you can be a whole and fulfilled person before you can give everything else back to somebody else. And you're never going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's nerfect. You know what I mean? But you can sure try. And that's the whole point. You got to try. You got to try to have a growth mindset. You got to take care of your body. You got to take care of your mind. And you got to connect the two in order to cultivate resilience and build resilience and challenge yourself. So go out there and challenge yourself, man. That's my little thing for you for this week. If you're listening to this and you give a shit, go out there and just write down like 3 things that have been eating away at you. Because those things that you don't do eat away at you. They take up a lot of your emotional energy and drain you. Don't let that shit drain you. Get to it. Just little small steps. Starting something is the hardest part of accomplishing the task. Is literally just starting it. Just doing it. Just getting started. That's it. So, much love, you guys. And get out there. Go work on yourselves. And I'm going to be here doing the same thing. And I'll see you next week. Much love.